Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Gordon, Nebraska, where it is the final triangular of the season, the final matches of the season for these Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. As we have a triangular for you today between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs, the Mitchell Tigers, and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Glad to have you along with us here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Volleyball 2015. In the first match of today's volleyball triangular, it will be Gordon-Rushville against the Mitchell Tigers. Gordon-Rushville comes into today's match with a season record of 16-10. Mitchell with a record of 18-10. We will step aside for a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with starting lineups for these two teams after a word from our sponsors.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
This is as good as it gets, a 2015 Competition Orange Mustang GT Coupe Premium. This car features a 5.0-liter V8 with 6-speed manual transmission, a 12-speaker Shaker Pro audio system, ebony leather, voice-activated navigation, reverse park assist, and a slew of track features. Come to Sides of Milburn Ford in Rushville. Call 327-2472 or visit sidesofmilburnford.com to learn more.
So 5 minutes to the opening serve of today's volleyball triangular between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Mitchell Tigers in the first match of the afternoon. As we said earlier, the Mustangs come into today's game with a season record of 16 wins and 10 losses, and fresh off of a third-place finish in the Western Trails Conference tournament. In that tournament, they beat Mitchell, who they'll face here this afternoon, and they defeated Hemingford, and they lost to the Bridgeport Bulldogs, and that will be the third game of our triangular here this afternoon. We'll bring you all three matches. We'll bring you Gordon-Rushville versus Mitchell, Mitchell versus Bridgeport, and finally in the nightcap, Gordon-Rushville against the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Say thanks to today's sponsors: the First National Bank of Gordon, Husker Auto Parts, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, Bank of the West, Hins Home Furnishings, the Gordon Vision Center, Bob Alcorn State Farm Insurance, Accountant Carol Child, Essence, Sides and Milburn Ford, Modern Farm Equipment, and Gordon Superfoods. And of course, the Sheridan County Journal Star, your source for all news that is news in Sheridan County. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. First, for the Mitchell Tigers, a record of 18 wins and 10 losses. Starters for the Tigers this afternoon: number 1, Annabelle Gillen. Number 2 is Jory Peters. Number 3 is Devin Beaver. Number 5 is Jessica Cotant. Number 8 is Kiana Wilfred. And number 12 is Hannah Haberman. For the Mustangs, a lineup that we're used to seeing. They're starting 6 this afternoon. Number 1, Shania Friesman. Number 2, Carly Hinn. Number 3, Ashton Sassy. Number 4, Kenna Campbell. Number 11 is Josie Perez. And number 17 is Keely Campbell. Mustangs with a season record of 16-10. As we take a look towards sub-district action, which will be played November 2nd in Alliance. The top seed in the district will be the Sheridan Cardinals. Their record as of tonight stands at 28 wins and 4 losses, and they are one of the top teams in Class C1. Second in the district as of tonight is the Kimball Longhorns at 16-8. The Mitchell Tigers are third, and the Mustangs sitting at fourth in the district. And a big reason for that, the NSAA considers their record to be 14-10 instead of the 16 wins that they have. 2 of the wins from the Lead Deadwood tournament, they cannot count towards the NSAA standings, and so that really hurts the Mustangs when it comes down to points for the sub-district seedings. So in all likelihood, barring some really wild finishes, it should be Sheridan and Gordon-Rushville next Monday in the first round of sub-district play for C1-12. Just a minute and 20 seconds left before the start of today's volleyball triangular between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Mitchell Tigers. Glad to have all of you along with us this afternoon. We look forward to some very competitive volleyball action. We'll step aside one more time and be back with the introductions of the starting lineups and get things started here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Volleyball 2015.
It's going to snow this winter, and you need a reliable four-wheel drive outfit. Be prepared with this 2015 F-150 Super Crew from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. It's loaded with features and comes with stowable loading ramps to make loading your ATV or snowmobile a breeze. You can find this and other vehicles to fill your needs at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
Ready for the introductions of the starting lineups. And as they get ready for that, we should have the national anthem actually before we do that. And we'll see what we have for a national anthem. If it is a copyrighted version, we'll have to mute that for you, and we apologize, as copyrighted music does force pop-ups to show up on your viewing screen, and we certainly do not want that. So we'll see what we've got here for a national anthem as we get ready to get things started here this afternoon between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Mitchell Tigers. So we'll switch to the internal microphone so we can pick up the public address announcer.
We'll go ahead and sing the national anthem by Bailey Hutz, and then we'll introduce starting lineups.
So proudly we
is the national anthem. Well done by Miss Bailey Hutz. Excellent work by her with the national anthem. And now we'll turn it over to the public address announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups. So there are the starting lineups. We'll run through them one more time for you. Number 1 for Mitchell first. Number 1, Annabelle Gillen. Number 2 is Jory Peters. Number 3, Devin Beaver. Number 5, Jessica Cotant. Number 8, Kiana Wilfred. And number 12, Hannah Haberman. On the floor for the Mustangs to start things off tonight. Number 1, Shania Friesman. Number 2, Carly Hinn. Number 3, Ashton Sassy. Number 4, Kenna Campbell. Number 11, Josie Perez. And number 17, Keely Campbell. Glad to have you along with us here this afternoon. Ready for some very competitive volleyball action. Get things started off in this triangular. Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Mitchell Tigers. A final tune-up before sub-district play for both of these teams. Mitchell will have the serve to start things off, and that will be Jory Peters back to serve for the Mitchell Tigers. Peters tosses it up, and we are underway. And that serve is an ace for Jory Peters as Shania Friesman tried to set that serve, rolled right off of her fingers. And it is a quick 1-0 lead for the Mitchell Tigers. This time, Friesman fields it cleanly. Here's Carly Hinn with the swing. And the attack this time by Gillen. Mustangs dig it out of there in the middle for Hinn. That's off the blocker. They get it popped back up. Gillen on the attack again. Kenna Campbell sets it up this time for a miscommunication, kind of in between Carly Hinn and Josie Perez. Neither one able to get to it, and it's 2-0 Mitchell. Mustangs did defeat this Mitchell team in the Western Trails Conference on Saturday. Mustangs have to send that free ball across, and now Mitchell goes to work. That's out of the middle and off the block. That's Kiana Wilfred. Give her the first kill of the afternoon, and it's 3-0. And Mitchell jumping out to the early lead, and there's another ace as Jory Peters has come out on fire, and she's served 4 straight points. So the Mustangs struggling early. And that one falls just inside the back line. 3 aces on the first 5 points for Jory Peters. And she is having her way with the Mustangs on these serves. This will be Perez. Now they'll set it up in the middle for Perez. She doesn't hit from the middle often, and she knocks that one down. Gets the Mustangs on the board. It's 5-1. Kenna Campbell will step back to serve for the Mustangs. Sends that one to the deep corner. And this will be Gillen on the attack. Kenna Campbell there to dig that one out. Now the quick tip try by Carly Hinn. Now they'll set it up in the middle, but that one is long by Wilfred. And it's 5-2. Kenna Campbell puts that one into play. This is Peters, the setter. That attack is blocked at the net by the Mustangs. They'll set it up, and there's Hinn and Perez not on the same page as they attack it together. It goes into the net, and it's a Mitchell point. Now into the game is, as Devin Beaver heads to the bench, into the game comes Peyton Beaver for the Mitchell Tigers. They'll set it in the middle for Carly Hinn. Off the blocker, but popped up that time. And the Mustangs now quickly back to work. This is Perez. Drives that one beyond the end line. They're going to say it was the line judge says it was touched, but she is overruled by both officials. And now the down official looks across and sees, and they will give that point to the Mustangs. As I believe that was Perez on the kill. So it's 7-2. Actually, I don't think they've fixed that on the scoreboard yet. Keely Campbell pops this one up. Shania Friesman with the drive. Dug well by the libero. And now this one drives the Mustangs deep. They'll have to send the free ball across. Too high. It catches the net hanging above and comes down on the Mitchell side. That is a Mitchell Tiger point, and it's now 8-2. I'm not sure that the scoreboard is correct yet. Says 8-2, we'll go with that. As the serve by Cuxhausen, and that one is knocked down, and it's a Mustang point. And that should make it 8-3. The scoreboard operator now 8-4. They've got it corrected. They got the number of Mustang points correct. There's Madison Cuxhausen with the free ball sent over to the Mustangs. Now they'll set it up for Friesman off of that left side. Big drive. Mitchell has trouble with it. Jory Peters sends the free ball across. They'll set it up in the middle for Ashton Sassy. Blocked back across and down at the net. And it's now they've got the score 7-4. Now they change it to 8-4, and we finally are correct on the score. So this Annabelle Gillen with the serve. And that is an ace for Gillen. 4 aces in the early going by the Mitchell Tigers. 9-4 is the score. Perez digs that one out. They'll set it up for Friesman. Big swing off of Peters to the back wall. That's a kill for Friesman. Her first of the afternoon. It's 9-5. And now Keely Campbell will step back to serve for the Mustangs. Keely drops that one in nicely. Gillen with the set. And the Mustangs dig it out. Here's Friesman. Knocks that one down, but there is the libero, and we've got a net violation on Shania Friesman. It will be a Mitchell Tiger point. That makes it 10-5. Now Devin Beaver comes in place of Peyton Beaver. And I'm pretty sure that both Devin and Peyton Beaver were from the Gordon-Rushville area and moved to Mitchell. And the girls should be familiar with them, as there's a drive by Shania Friesman. Coming back the other way, there's an attack and a kill by Jory Peters. And it's 11-5, and a timeout called on the floor by Coach Campbell. 11-5, Gordon-Rushville trails Mitchell here early going of the first set. The First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. That is the First National Bank of Gordon. Husker Auto Parts is your local CarQuest dealer. They offer a wide selection of CarQuest parts and CarQuest accessories. You can find them at 221 North Main Street in Gordon, and it's time to ask about their fall bulk oil sale. That's going on now. Call them at 282-2100. And family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company offering all forms of insurance. Stop in and see Dean today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. Mitchell Tigers lead it 11-5. Devin Beaver with the serve. Drops that one neatly over the net for her first ace of the day. That is 5 aces for the Mitchell Tigers on their 12 points. Keely Campbell digs that one out nicely. Now they'll set it to Hinn out of the back row, and her attack is long. And it's 13-5. So the Mustangs out of sync early in this first match. Carly Hinn. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Perez. Now they'll set it over for Peters from the left side. Dug nicely by Perez. Now the quick tip try by Kenna Campbell. But Mitchell's ready for it. Here's Peters again. Dug by Hinn. Set it in the middle for Sassy. Mistimed the jump. Hit it a little blow. It's a little low. Blocked at the net. And it's 14-5. Perez with the dig. Now they'll set it back for Friesman. A little off balance that time. Now it'll be a free ball sent over to the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell didn't put that one right where she wanted it. Perez gets it over though. And now Mitchell back to work. On the attack that time was Haberman. Here's Perez from the back row. And that one, they're going to get a little bit of luck as it came down on a good direction from the rafter. Kenna Campbell tries to send it to the back corner, instead puts it out of bounds. It's another Mitchell Tiger point and a 10-point lead now at 15-5. The Mustangs completely out of sync in this first set. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Friesman. That's a good set, and that's a kill. That's what they needed to get things going. That looked a lot better. 15-6. Mustangs finally break the streak. And now Shania Friesman heads back to serve. So a 9-point lead for the Mitchell Tigers in this first set. Good serve by Friesman. That's an ace. 15-7. Mustangs have spotted the Tigers a big lead. Friesman puts this one right on the line. That's another ace. 2 in a row for Shania Friesman. Laid it right on that far sideline for a second ace, makes it 15-8. Cuxhausen digs that one. There's Haberman with the tip. Now they'll set it in the middle for Sassy. Big windup and knocks it down. The libero, Cuxhausen, couldn't handle it. First kill of the game by Ashton Sassy, and it's 15-9. The lead, which was at 10, has been cut to 6. They'll set it up for Peters. Sends that one across easily. Now they'll set it for Perez, left side. Big drive right to the floor. Josie Perez finds the range that time, her third kill of this first set, and the lead is cut to 5. First set action of this triangular, if you've tuned in a little bit late, Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Mitchell Tigers. Another good serve by Friesman. They'll set it for Peters. Tip try that time, and caught the Mustangs unawares. That is the second kill for Peters. Now Cuxhausen out, and back into the game comes Kiana Wilfred. 16-10. They'll set it up for Perez. Attacks that one through the blocker and down. Perez having a big night early. She's got 4 kills to lead this Mustang attack. And now it'll be Ashton Sassy stepping back to serve. 16-11. Mustangs trailed by as many as 10 in this set. Here's Wilfred, off balance shot. And now the Mustangs, miscommunication again, 17-11, back to a 6-point lead. And Jory Peters back to serve. Peters with 3 aces in her last series of serves. Kenna Campbell will set this one up for Carly Hinn. She has to send it over And there's a kill by Annabelle Gillen, her first, and it's 18-10. So Mitchell answering the Mustang run with a run of their own. Lead had been cut to 5. It's back to 7. It's 18-11. Friesman with the dig this time. They'll set it up in the middle for Perez. Dug by Cuxhausen. And that one is on the line. Just on the line. Give the kill to Kiana Wilfred, her second. It's 19-11. And timeout called by the Mustangs. They'll use their second timeout here. It's Mitchell 19 and Gordon-Rushville 11. November is almost here, and that means it's time to get out and winterize your home and yard before it's too late. Buck and his gang at True Value of Gordon have everything you'll need. Stop in and find them downtown Gordon. And Hins Home Furnishings invites you to come and see their completely remodeled store. New items are arriving daily, and they have a full line of appliances, sofas, recliners, mattresses, and a whole lot more. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they can get it for you. And they also offer free local delivery. And remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Stop in and see the good folks at Hins Home Furnishings downtown Gordon. So the Mustangs trail by 8 late in this first set. It is 19-11. Jory Peters with the serve. She's got a devastating jump serve. Josie Perez with that. Here's Carly Hinn with the attack. Cuxhausen with the dig. They'll set it up for Gillen. But there is Ashton Sassy to dig it. Here's Perez. Good swing. Knocks it down. Went to the far corner. Josie Perez with 5. And it's 19-12. Mustangs with a lot of work to do in a short period of time. That serve is long by Kenna Campbell, and it's now 20-12. And that mountain just got a little bit taller for the Mustangs to climb. Peyton Beaver into the front row in place of Devin Beaver. 20-12. And this is Hannah Haberman with the serve. Kenna Campbell sets it in the middle for Carly Hinn. Big swing, but wide. And it's 21-12. The lead has been pushed back to 9. So the Mustangs look really rough in this first set. Hannah Haberman with the serve. Kenna Campbell sets it for Perez. Off the block and down. That's the 6th kill for Josie Perez. Wilfred was there, but Perez did a great job of tooling the block and sending that one out of bounds. 21-13, and now Josie Perez will serve. Just clears the net. Good serve. Peters serves or sets it up for Gillen. Blocked at the net by Hinn. Somehow they get it back over. Now we've got a tip battle at the net. Mitchell regroups. Peters sets it across for Gillen. That's blocked at the net by the Mustangs. And now it'll be a free ball sent back across. Quickly over to Friesman. Peters paid the price for that one. Hinn tips it back over. Gillen on the attack, off the block. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Friesman. Off the block, and back to the Mustangs. Now the tip sent to the deep corner by Campbell. Gillen tries the tip, can't get it to go. A long rally, and the Mustangs take the point, 21-14. And there's a serve in the net by Josie Perez, and that'll make it 22-14. Madison Cuxhausen back to serve now for the Mitchell Tigers. Friesman with the dig. Now they'll set it up in the middle for Carly Hinn. Through the block, but Peters is there to clean it up. Gillen on the attack this time. Now they'll set it up for Friesman. That's off the block of Peyton Beaver and out of bounds. Shania Friesman with her 3rd kill. It's 22-15, and now a timeout called on the floor by the Mitchell Tigers. Come see the professional staff at Gordon Vision Center for all of your vision needs. Whether you just need a routine checkup or you're not seeing as well as you used to, they can get you back to 20/20 in no time at all at the Gordon Vision Center. And this game is brought to you by Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance. Bob specializes in farm and ranch insurance. Stop in and see him at 127 North Main Street in Gordon, or you can give him a call at 282-2080. 22-15, Mustangs trail by 7 late in the first set. Mustangs out of timeouts. Carly Hinn back to serve. They'll pop this one up, and a free ball sent over by Gillen. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Friesman. Tight to the net, off of Cuxhausen and down. Shania Friesman has 4 kills. And it's back to a 6-point lead at 22-16. See if the Mustangs can get some traction here. That serve by Carly Hinn is long, and it's 23-16. Mitchell just 2 points away from taking this first set. This is Gillen on the serve. Hinn digs it. Kenna Campbell will set it up for Josie Perez. That one's partially blocked at the net. Peyton Beaver with the set, and now the free ball sent across that time by Cotant. In the middle for Ashton Sassy. That one is well beyond the end line, and now it's set point for the Mitchell Tigers. It's 24-16. Gillen with the jump serve, and that is an ace to close it out. Her second of the first set. And Mitchell takes the first set 25-16. We'll step aside and be back with the second set action from Gordon after this. Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
The Honda Accord EX. This 2008 sedan has a V6 engine, automatic transmission, and a leather interior. Sides & Milburn offer a world-class detailer, a professional service department, and now do consignments. Stop by Sides & Milburn Ford to see this car and many more.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production can do for their bottom lines, and how it can help feed and fuel the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right. New Holland.
So in a rare turn of events, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs have gone all the way back to the locker room in between the first and second sets here, as they were anything but sharp in this first set. Coach Campbell trying to get them straightened out, lined out, and ready to go. Some days are like that. You're not always at your peak, and you have to find a way to battle through and get the job done. The Mustangs in a 1-0 hole here. They'll have to win 2 in a row to take this match, as it is a best of 3. Ready to get the second set underway for the Mustangs on the floor. It is Keely Campbell, Josie Perez, Carly Hinn, Shania Friesman, Ashton Sassy, and Kenna Campbell. Kenna with the serve to start things off. Kenna puts that one in. It's dug by Cuxhausen. and it'll be a free ball sent over to the Mustangs. Kenny Campbell sets it up in the middle for Carly Hinn. Big swing down to the floor and the kill. That's a good way to start things off in the second set. Mustangs lead it 1-0 on the kill by Carly Hinn, her first of the match. The only kills by the Mustangs in that first set were by Perez and Friesman. Starting to get everybody involved. Here's a quick tip by Jory Peters. Kenny Campbell pops that one up tight to the net. Tipped by Carly Hinn, but Mitchell able to get to it. Here's Peters again on the attack, but blocked by the Mustangs. Now the tip, and the Mustangs go to work on offense. Here's Perez, left side, big swing on the line for another Mustang point. Josie Perez with 7 kills on the match, and the Mustangs lead it 2-0. Kenna Campbell with the serve. Chuckshausen with the dig. They'll set it up for Peters off the block of the Mustangs, popped up by Hinn. Friesman with the set, Perez on the attack. Now the set for Peters. That's blocked at the net and popped over by the Mitchell Tigers. Here's Perez. Peters with the dig. Gillen sets it back to Peters. Mustangs looking much better in the early going here. Good quick reflexes by Carly Hinn that time. That attack by Perez is long, and it's 2-1. So Jory Peters back to serve. She's got a devastating jump serve. She's used it to good effect here. There's an attack by Perez, but blocked right back across. And that one's going to fall on the Mitchell side. Thought one of the Mustangs may have got in the net, but not called. And it's 3-1 Gordon-Rushville. Josie Perez back to serve. Perez with the long serve, and it is beyond the end line. It makes it 3-2. Peyton Beaver checks in for Devin Beaver now. And Hannah Haberman back to serve. Friesman on the attack from the back row, dug by Haberman. Now they'll set it over for Gillen. Perez with the dig. And now they'll have to send the free ball all the way across. Great work by Josie Perez. Mustangs hustle to get back into position. That attack by Peyton Beaver, and now the free ball sent to the deep corner by Kenna Campbell. They'll set it up for Gillen. That one's over the blockers. Overpass that time, comes down on the Mitchell side for a Mustang point. Just barely cleared the net, and the Mitchell Tigers were a little slow to react that time. 4-2. Mustangs lead is back to 2, and Carly Hinn serves. Good serve by Carly Hinn. That's an ace. Carly Hinn has her first ace of the game, of the match, and it is 5-2. And we got a rotation violation on the Mitchell Tigers. That's a free point for the Mustangs. We'll make it 6-2. So 6-2 Mustangs, extending that lead to 4. Good serve by Carly Hinn. That one hits a rafter and comes down quickly. It'll result in a free ball for the Mustangs. They'll set it up for Friesman. Big swing on the line, and another kill for Shania Friesman. Give her 5 on the day, and the lead is now 7-2 Mustangs. That one on the overpass, slammed to the floor by Shania Friesman. And a timeout called on the floor by the Mitchell Tigers. 8-2 Mustangs in the second set. Accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all of your accounting and tax needs and a whole lot more. Give her a call at 282-0842, or you can stop by her office at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. And don't forget, it pays to have an accountant on your side. And the First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. That is the First National Bank of Gordon. Well, both teams back out on the floor. Mustangs on a nice run here. They lead it 8-2. They trail the match 1-0. Whatever Coach Kim Campbell said to the Lady Mustangs between sets had good effect, as they've played much better in this second. That serve by Carly Hinn is long, makes it 8-3. So the timeout does exactly what the Mitchell Tigers hoped it would do, breaks the momentum a little bit, and now Cuxhausen to serve. Friesman with the dig. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Josie Perez out of the back row, and that one just beyond the end line. And the lead is cut to 4 at 8-4. Perez with a dig. Kenna Campbell for Friesman. Big swing down to the floor. 9-4 Mustangs. And now Keely Campbell to serve. Peters sets it up for Gillen. Cross-court attack. In the middle for Ashton Sassy. Finds the line for another Mustang point. And that is Ashton's first kill of the match. 10-4. It's a 6-point lead for the Mustangs. Good serve by Keely Campbell. Peters sets it up for Gillen. That's off the block of the Mustangs. Quick reaction by Friesman that time to punch that ball across. Kenna Campbell with a quick tip, but Cuxhausen is there. This will be Peyton Beaver on the attack. Now the Mustangs go to work. Here's Friesman. That one is a Mitchell Tiger point, as it didn't clear the tape and comes back down on the Mustang side. It is 10-5. Gillen with the serve. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Friesman. Big swing, knocks it down on the end line. Friesman out to a big evening already. She's got 8 kills. 11-5 Mustangs. Shania Friesman steps back to serve. Overpass on the serve. Kenna Campbell there to knock it down, but it's returned by the Mitchell Tigers. Now she'll set it up for Josie Perez. Cuxhausen can't handle it. Another kill for Josie. That's 8 on the night for her. 12-5 Mustangs. And that's an ace by Shania Friesman, as that was Olivia Armstrong in the back row for the Mitchell Tigers. Couldn't handle that good serve. Makes it 13-5. It's an 8-point Mustang lead. Cuxhausen with the dig. Gillen with the set for Peters. That's off the block of the Mustangs. And Friesman sends the free ball to the deep corner. Gillen with the set for Peters. Friesman with the dig. Kenna Campbell able to get that one up. The Mustangs somehow get it over. Now they'll set it for Peters. Mustangs scrambling to get back in position. Peters gets the kill, and that is her third. It is 13-6. So now Devin Beaver steps back to serve as Armstrong comes out of the lineup for Mitchell. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Josie Perez. Big swing and just beyond the end line on that attack by Josie Perez. It's 13-7. Keely Campbell digs that one. Here's Ashton Sassy out of the middle. And the free ball comes across to the Mustangs. Josie Perez on the attack. And that one is tipped by Peters. Another kill for Perez. Cuxhausen was there, but Peters stuck an arm out and got it in the way. It's 14-7. Ashton Sassy now back to serve. Now the Mustangs go to work offensively. Here's Hinn out of the middle. Dug by Devin Beaver. From the middle this time it's Cotant. And now the tip try by Carly Hinn. Peters on the attack, but blocked at the net by the Mustangs. Tip try by Kenna Campbell, knocks it down. Kenna with her first kill. Tipped that one backwards behind her back and knocks it down. It's 15-7, and that serve by Ashton Sassy is in the net. So it's now 15-8. And Jessica Cotant will serve for the Mitchell Tigers. Shania Friesman, and that one was touched at the net and off of Cotant. Another kill for Friesman. She's got 9, 4 in the first and 5 in the second. 16-8. Kenna Campbell back to serve for the Mustangs. So it's been night and day between the first and second set for these Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. And that one is in the net by Kiana Wilfred. She saw two Mustangs at the net. Tried to do too much with it. It's 17-8. Cuxhausen with the dig. They'll set it up for Peters. Blocked at the net by the Mustangs. Here is Perez, and her attack is in the net. 17-9. And now Jory Peters will serve for the Mitchell Tigers. And she has an outstanding serve. And that one between two Mustangs, it's another ace for her. That is her fourth ace on the night. 17-10. Perez with the dig this time. Ashton Sassy sends it up for Carly Hinn to tip it over. Now they'll set it up for Gillen. Her attack off the block of Carly Hinn and out of bounds for another kill for Gillen. Her second, and it's 17-11. There's a good pass by Ashton Sassy. Perez on the attack. Gillen with the quick attack by the Tigers. Now they'll set it up for Keely Campbell. She uses the quick tip and drops it in for a Mustang point. Her first kill of the night. 18-11. And now Josie Perez with the serve. Sends it right down the middle. Pop it up, and the free ball comes across to the Mustangs. Dug by Sassy. Popped up. Here's Friesman on the attack. Overpass that time. Knocked down at the net, but Mitchell keeps it alive. And now the attack by Gillen. Not handled by Friesman that time. And it's 18-12. Back to a 6-point game. This is Hannah Haberman back to serve for Mitchell. They'll set it up for Friesman. Big swing, partially blocked at the net. Here's Gillen. Now let's set it for Hinn in the middle, but Peters is there. Gillen on the attack, and that one is long. 19-12. Haberman out, Armstrong in for the Mitchell Tigers. And Carly Hinn will serve it. Good deep serve by Carly Hinn that time. Free ball sent across. Here's Ashton Sassy, and she puts that one in the net. Kiana Wilfred was right there with that big block up in front of her and affected the shot from Ashton Sassy. It's 19-13. Cuxhausen to serve. Kenna Campbell with the quick tip on the overpass that time. And here's Gillen on the attack right between Hinn and Perez. And it's 19-14. Mitchell now within 5. So Madison Cuxhausen with the serve. She is the libero. Now they'll set it up in the middle for Ashton Sassy. Mistimed that just a little bit. Here's Gillen on the attack. Friesman is there, and the Mustangs keep it alive. Now the set by Peyton Beaver. That attack by Gillen caught Kenna Campbell by surprise. And it's 19-15, back within 4 of the Mitchell Tigers. And a timeout called on the floor by Coach Kim Campbell. 4-point game in the second set. Mitchell leads it 1-0. Husker Auto Parts is your local CarQuest dealer. They offer a wide selection of CarQuest parts and CarQuest accessories. Stop in at 221 North Main Street in Gordon. And while you're there, ask about their fall bulk oil sale. That's going on right now. You can find them in North Main Street on North Main Street in Gordon, or you can give them a call at 282-2100. So Mitchell quickly out of the huddle on the timeout. Mustangs lead at 19-15, but the Mitchell Tigers are on a bit of a run here. They've trimmed that lead from 9 down to just 4. It's 19-15. That serve is long. That's exactly what the Mustangs were hoping for. Makes it 20-15, and Keely Campbell will serve. Jory Peters sets it. This is Cotant on the attack, off the block of Sassy and out of bounds. It's 20-16, back to a 4-point lead. And now Annabelle Gillen steps back to serve. And that one is, Keely Campbell gave up on it just a little too late. That's an ace for Gillen, her third, and it's a 3-point game in this second set. 17. Hinn sets that serve up. Here's Ashton Sassy in the middle, through the block. They'll set it up for Perez. Big swing just beyond the end line. It's 21-18, and it's now a 3-point game as Peyton Beaver out, Devin Beaver in, and she will serve. Hannah Haberman also comes in as Armstrong heads to the bench. 21-18. Devin Beaver's serve. And now here's Perez. Good dig by Cuxhausen that time. Jory Peters sends the free ball across. Kenna Campbell sets it in the middle for Sassy. Blocked at the net. They'll set it up. This is Perez. Big swing. Haberman tips it back across. Mustangs back to work. Deep corner tip by Kenna Campbell. Jory Peters on the attack. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Perez. Off balance shot by Perez, but she gets it to fall. That's 10 for Perez, and it makes it 22-18. And a timeout called by Mitchell. Back to a 4-point game, 22-18. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company, and they offer all forms of insurance. Stop in and see Dean today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. Come bank with the best. Bank of the West offers all banking services, including mortgages. Come enjoy their welcoming atmosphere. And the coffee pot is always on at the Bank of the West in Gordon. So 22-18 late in the second set. Mustangs lead it by 4, and Ashton Sassy with the serve. And she drops that one into the net. That's the second service error by Ashton this evening. And it's 22-19. Wilfred in and Cuxhausen out. And this is Armstrong to serve. No, this is Cotant with the serve. Carly Hinn with a big swing, partially blocked at the net. Here's Peters on the attack, and she knocks that one down. Peters with her 4th kill, and it's a 2-point game at 22-20. Cotant to serve. They'll set it for Hinn from that left side. Blocked at the net. They're going to say it didn't get over the tape. Back to a 1-point game at 22-21. Mitchell Tigers making a game of it here. Mustangs faithful exhorting the Mustangs on. They'll set it up for Hinn. She'll send the free ball across. Here's Peters on the attack with the tip try, but the Mustangs are there. Carly Hinn with the joust at the net. And that's 4 hits. They'll call it a lift. They'll call it a lift on the Mitchell Tigers. It was a great play by Mitchell. And the two of the Mustangs collided that time. Hope everybody's okay. 23-21. Kenna Campbell with the serve. Cuxhausen with the dig. Peters with the attack. Keely Campbell able to redirect that one across to the Mitchell side. Jory Peters on the attack with another tip. Now Kenna Campbell sets it in the middle. That's Perez. And one of the Mustangs in the net. Kenna Campbell, they'll say, in the net. Back to a 1-point game, 23-22. And here's Jory Peters to serve. Not at all the part of the rotation where the Mustangs want to be in a tight game. They field that one cleanly. Here's Carly Hinn. Big swing down to the floor. Carly Hinn picks up her second kill of the match, and it's now set point for the Mustangs at 24-22. Josie Perez back to serve. Peters with the set. Gillen on the attack. Mustangs able to get that one across, and now they go back to work on offense. They set it in the middle for Hinn. Big swing down to the floor, and the Mustangs take the second set, 25-22. It was a nail biter at the end, but the Mustangs pull it out, and we'll head to the third and decisive set, tied at 1 set apiece.
The way we see it, if you're going to call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help you get the most with the latest precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools.
Visit your office today.
New Holland.
This is as good as it gets, a 2015 Competition Orange Mustang GT Coupe Premium. This car features a 5.0-liter V8 with 6-speed manual transmission, a 12-speaker Shaker Pro audio system, ebony leather, voice-activated navigation, reverse park assist, and a slew of track features. Come to Sides of Milburn Ford in Rushville. Call 327-2472 or visit sidesofmilburnford.com to learn more.
So we head to the third set. It's a great time to tell you about Essence in downtown Gordon. Essence provides beautiful fresh-cut flower arrangements for any occasion, as well as a selection of fine wines and gift items, including reclaimed metal products like letters and mirrors, as well as Bam Jam all-natural bamboo speakers. No wires, no batteries. Perfect for your mobile device. Essence is located at 117 North Main Street in Gordon. The scoreboard finally is cleared of the second set's score, and we are ready to get things underway. Kenna Campbell will serve for the Mustangs to start things off. And that is a great way to start as Kenna Campbell gets the ace. Mustangs lead it 1-0 on the ace by Kenna Campbell. That is her first of the night and the 6th on the match by the Mustangs. Devin Beaver with the dig that time. Here's Jory Peters on the attack, and it falls to the floor. We're tied at 1. And now Jory Peters with the serve. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Josie Perez. Big swing on the end line. Mustangs back in the lead. Josie Perez with 11 kills on the night. Mustangs lead it 2-1, and Josie steps back to serve. Peters with the set this time. Gillen on the attack. One-handed pop-up by Kenna Campbell that time, and then Shania Friesman airmailed that one beyond the end line. We're tied at 2. Hannah Haberman now to serve as Devin Beaver out, Peyton Beaver into the lineup for the Mitchell Tigers. They'll set it for Carly Hinn this time. Hinn sends it to the corner for another Mustang point. 3-2. There were 2 Mustang attackers right there. Hinn took it, and they confused the Mitchell defense. Hinn with the serve this time. They'll set it up for Gillen from the left side. Dug by Perez. They'll set it for Friesman. Blocked at the net. Big block that time. And that was Peyton Beaver and Kiana Wilfred with the double block, and we are tied at 3. Cuxhausen now to serve for Mitchell. Perez digs it. Here's Friesman. Evaded the blockers and knocks it to the floor. Mustangs by 1, 4-3. Back and forth action in the early going of this third set. Armstrong with the dig. Here's Gillen with the free ball across to the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell sets it up in the middle for Ashton Sassy. Blocked at the net by Peyton Beaver. And we're tied at 4. Gillen with the serve. Quick tip that time by Kenna Campbell. Cuxhausen is there. Peters with the set tight to the net. They'll pop it up. Here's Friesman on the attack off the block of Peyton Beaver and down to the floor. 11 on the night for Shania Friesman. Mustangs back ahead 5-4. Shania Friesman to serve. Peters on the attack. Here's Perez. Cuxhausen with the dig. Peters with the attack, but Friesman gathers that one up. Here's Perez off the block, but Cuxhausen keeps it in play. Jory Peters this time. As Shania Friesman had a beat on it, Carly Hinn there and knocked it down. And that is 6 kills for Jory Peters. Devin Beaver back into the game. We are tied at 5. The loop around shot this time on the line by Ashton Sassy. She's pleased with that shot. Looped around behind Kenna Campbell and laid it on the sideline for a Mustang point. It's 6-5. They'll set it up for Peters. She has to send that free ball across. Here's Hinn in the middle. Big swing straight to the floor. Carly Hinn with her 4th kill. And a 2-point lead now for the Mustangs at 7-5. It's been tight the whole way in this third set. Just clears the net. Ashton Sassy gasping for breath after she nearly put another one in the net. And that one comes back across. It's 7-6. And now Cotant to serve. Cuxhausen out. And Wilfred back into the game. Kenna Campbell with a quick tip, but Devin Beaver is there. And now Wilfred can't get to it. Falls to the floor, and a point for the Mustangs. Pushes the lead back to 2 at 8-6. And now Kenna Campbell will serve. Tipped at the net. That was Carly Hinn, Carly Hinn up there with that big block. Knocking it down, and now the Mustangs with their biggest lead of the set at 9-6. Good serve by Keely Campbell that time. It'll be a free ball situation sent across by Jory Peters. They'll set it up for Perez. On the line, knocks that one down. Perez having a great game so far. It's 10-6. Now a 4-point Mustang lead. And now Hannah Haberman comes out. She's replaced by Lauren Thomas in the Mitchell Tiger lineup. And that serve by Kenna Campbell is beyond the end line. It's 10-7. So now Jory Peters to serve. And that jump serve is just beyond the end line. Ashton Sassy with the quick last-minute decision to let it go, and it was a good one. 11-7. And Josie Perez serves it. Devin Beaver with the dig. And here's Gillen on the attack. And it's down between the blockers. That was Hinn and Keely Campbell that didn't close the block in time. And it is 11-8. Fifth kill of the night by Annabelle Gillen. And now Cuxhausen to serve. Overpass that time by Perez. Sends it back to Mitchell. Here's Gillen. Kenna Campbell sets it in the middle for Carly Hinn. Cuxhausen able to get underneath of that one. Here's Gillen, blocked at the net. That one's not coming back. Carly Hinn put their big mitts up in front of that one. It's 12-8. Scoreboard says 11-8, and now we're checking over at the scorers table to see what we've got going on. Scoreboard still says 11-8, and that may be correct. Mitchell coach with a question, trying to see what we're figuring out here. So they work to figure out the confusion. It's got something to do with the lineup of the Mitchell Tigers. So they're still trying to sort this one all out. And now they've got the lineup finally straight, and we're ready to go. And it is 12-8 after the point by the Mustangs. Back to a 4-point lead. Carly Hinn serves for Gordon-Rushville. So now that we've got that out of the way, here's the serve by Carly Hinn. Peters sets it up for Gillen. Her attack is dug by Hinn. They'll set it up for Friesman. Off the block. They'll keep it in play, and Wilfred sends it across. Now they'll set it up for Friesman again. Another big swing. And that one won't be controlled by Armstrong. Friesman with a whole bunch of crooked numbers. 12 kills on the match. 13-8. It's a 5-point lead for the Mustangs, their biggest of the third set. Timeout called by the Mitchell Tigers. Third set action. Mustangs lead it by 5, 13-8. It is that time of year. It's time to get out and winterize your home and yard before it's too late. The place to go to get all the supplies you need is True Value of Gordon. Can get you fixed up everything that you need so you can find, and they can get you back to 2020 in no time at the Gordon Vision Center. Third set action. Carly Hinn will serve. Time Wilfred tips that one across. And that serve is long, makes it It's 14-11, so that 6-point lead by the Mustangs has been cut in half. 14-11. and down. Another kill for Shania Friesman. It's 15-11. They stopped the streak by the Tigers. And now Keely Campbell to serve. And that serve by Keely Campbell just beyond the end line makes it 15-12. Now Annabelle Gillen to serve. Friesman on the attack, off the block of Peyton Beaver and down. 14 kills for Shania Friesman in the match. Pushes the lead back to 4 at 16-12. Shania will serve it. Gillen with the set for Peters. Blocked at the net, punched back across by Sassy. Punched across again, a little tip war going on. And now Perez with the big swing just inside the line. Hadn't heard from Miss Perez in a while. She gets the kill to push the lead back to 5 at 17-12. And Shania Friesman ready to serve it up. Gillen sets it for Peters. Partially blocked at the net by the Mustangs. Now they'll set it for Perez. And that one may have been wide. Armstrong tried to get to it. It's a kill for Josie Perez. 18-12, the lead is back to 6. That equals the biggest margin in the third set for the Mustangs. Here's Peters on the attack. Hinn with the dig. They'll set it up for Perez. Has to tip that one across. Now the quick tip try. Back for Perez. Ashton Sassy punches it back across. Gillen sets it for Peters. Tight to the net off the block of the Mustangs. Comes down, the Mustangs can't get to it. And that's a kill for Jory Peters. And it's 18-13. Armstrong out. And Devin Beaver back to serve. 18-13, Mustangs lead it by 5. They'll set it up in the middle for Sassy. Big swing that time, but the block put up there by the Tigers. And it's 18-14. And now a question here. They're questioning whether one of the Tigers tipped that ball. And now the down official says, let's replay that. Nobody really for sure what happened there, as they thought that maybe there was a tip. So we'll replay the point. 18-14. Devin Beaver with the serve. And that one is in the net, so that definitely comes out in the Mustangs' favor this time, as it's now scoreboard. Finally, they get it corrected. It's 19-13. Sassy's serve is over the end line. So Ashton not having a great night serving. That's her third service error. It is 19-14. And now Cotant to serve. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Hinn. That one a little tight to the net. She has to tip it over. Now Wilfred with Carly Hinn in the net for the Mustangs. It's 19-15. It's been a hard-fought battle the whole way in this third set. Kenna Campbell sets it in the middle for Josie Perez. The overpass comes back to the Mustangs. Quick tip try this time by Kenna Campbell. Here's Peters on the attack, and now tipped across. They'll set it up for Perez. Between the blockers and the net, and down. Josie Perez gets her 5th of the set. It's 20-15. Kenna Campbell serves it up for the Mustangs. Gillen sets it for Peters, takes the sharp angle shot and gets it just inside the line. It's 20-16. And Jory Peters now to serve for the Mitchell Tigers. The set for Perez, dug by Devin Beaver. And now it'll be a free ball sent across by Wilfred. Campbell sets it up for Carly Hinn out of the middle, off the block of the Tigers and out of bounds. It is a Mustang point on the kill by Carly Hinn. 21-16 and timeout called by the Mitchell Tigers.
It's going to snow this winter, and you need a reliable four-wheel drive outfit. Be prepared with this 2015 F-150 Super Crew from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. It's loaded with features and comes with stowable loading ramps to make loading your ATV or snowmobile a breeze. You can find this and other vehicles to fill your needs at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
(21-16) in the third set. Glad to have you along with us this evening. I'm Clint Anderson. Our camera operator this evening, my lovely wife, Jean, doing a great job bringing you video footage of today's volleyball action. Josie Perez with the serve for the Mustangs. Peters will set this one up for Gillen. Perez is there. They'll set it up for Friesman. Her attack down for the kill. 22-16. And now Hannah Haberman comes in, and she'll take the place of Lauren Thomas in the front row. Perez drives that serve deep. Peters sets it up for Gillen. Mustangs able to keep it alive, and Carly Hinn tips it across. Peters sets it up for Gillen. Tip try that time, punched back across by Keely Campbell. They'll set it back for Gillen. Here's Carly Hinn in the middle. And they're going to say 4 hits on the Mustangs. That one didn't get over the tape on the top of the net. And it's 22-17. Haberman back to serve. Mustangs by 5. Campbell sets it for Friesman. Big swing but long. And it's 22-18. Mustangs did this in the last set. They got close to 25 and then let the Mitchell Tigers back in it, trying not to relax here. Friesman off the block of the Mitchell Tigers and out of bounds. That's a Mustang point, 23-18. 7 kills in this third set by Shania Friesman. Carly Hinn to serve, 23-18. Carly drops that one in nicely. They'll set it for Gillen. Hinn with the dig. Now they'll set it up in the middle for Ashton Sassy, who knocks that one home. Sassy drove it home between the blockers and the net, and now it's match point for the Mustangs, 24-18. Jory Peters sets it up for Gillen. Popped up by Kenna Campbell. Ashton Sassy wound up and drove that one hard, but there was a good block up at the net by Wilfred. The Mustangs will have to try it again, 24-19. Cuxhausen now with the serve for the Mitchell Tigers. Match point again for the Mustangs. They'll set it for Friesman. Tip try at the net, punched back across. And now the Tigers able to regroup. Gillen on the attack. They'll set it for Friesman again. Big swing, down to the floor for the Mustang winner. The Mustangs take the third set, 25-19. They take the match through 2 sets to 1. Scores of 16-25, 25-22, and 25-19. So stick with us, folks. We'll have Mitchell Tigers and the Bridgeport Bulldogs in the second match of today's triangular. We'll have that for you next. We'll have a 16-minute warm-up period. They'll take just a little bit of time. So sit tight. Come back and see us here in about 20 minutes. We'll have starting lineups and all the pregame information for you for the upcoming second match of this triangular. So in the first match of the day, it is a final. The Mustangs take down the Mitchell Tigers 2 sets to 1 by scores of 16-25, 25-22. We'll step aside and be back with pregame action between the Bulldogs and the Tigers after this. Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
The Honda Accord EX. This 2008 sedan has a V6 engine, automatic transmission, and a leather interior. Sides in Millburn offer a world-class detailer, a professional service department, and now do consignments. Stop by Sides in Millburn Ford to see this car and many more.
When it comes to your land, it pays to be smart. At New Holland, smart means giving you a wide range of options to fit your needs, like smooth cutting, plug-free conditioning, and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing exceptional after-sales support and growing a legacy that goes far beyond equipment. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Oh, in case you missed it, it is a final. In the first match of the day, the Mustangs take down the Mitchell Tigers 2-1. Scores of 16-25, 25-22, and 25-19. Let's do a little bit of mathematical calculation here and give you some unofficial statistics for the Mustangs and for the Mitchell Tigers. For the Mustangs, Shania Friesman with 17 kills in the match and 3 aces to go along with them. Carly Hinn had 5 kills and 1 ace. Ashton Sassy with 5 kills and an ace. Kenna Campbell with 1 kill and 1 ace. Josie Perez finished with 15 kills, no aces for Josie. And Keely Campbell had 1 kill for the Mustangs. For the Mitchell Tigers, Annabelle Gillen with 5 kills and 3 aces. Jory Peters with 8 kills and 4 aces, 3 of those in the first 5 points of the game. Devin Beaver had 1 ace, and Kiana Wilfred had 2 kills in the game. And those are, of course, unofficial statistics for both of these teams. We get ready to move on to the second match of today's action, and that will feature the Bridgeport Bulldogs and the Mitchell Tigers. They haven't started the 16-minute pregame clock yet. Both teams out on the floor warming up. So we will mute the sound here and step aside, take a little bit of a break, and get ready for the second match of the day, featuring the Mitchell Tigers and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Thanks very much for joining us on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Volleyball 2015. 9 minutes away from the opening serve of today's second match of this triangular between the Bridgeport Bulldogs and the Mitchell Tigers. We'll finish filling out the scorecards and be back with starting lineups for these two teams in just a bit here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net coverage of Mustang Volleyball 2015. Just a little over 5 minutes to the start of our second match of this triangular. The Mitchell Tigers and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two clubs. First for the Mitchell Tigers. Number 1, Annabelle Gillen. Number 2 is Jory Peters. Number 3, Devin Beaver. Number 5, Jessica Cotant. Number 8, Kiana Wilfred. And number 12, Hannah Haberman. Mitchell comes into this match with a record of 18-11. Bridgeport at 20-8. And Bridgeport's starting 6, number 1, Brittany Nelson. Number 3, Brittany Newkirk. Number 4 is Emily Baxter. Number 7 is the libero, that is Jaden Decora. Number 11 is Lydia Cantu. Number 14 is Andreana Ernest. And number 19 is Ashley Weberg. Just over 4 minutes until we are ready to get this one underway. Thanks very much for joining us here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net. We'll mute the sound for just a couple of more minutes, and then we'll be back with the introductions of the starting lineups and get things underway in just under 4 minutes from now. So just about ready to get things underway. Let's take a quick look at the starting lineups again for these two teams. For the Mitchell Tigers, it'll be Annabelle Gillen, Jory Peters, Devin Beaver, Jessica Cotant, Kiana Wilfred, and Hannah Haberman. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, Brittany Nelson, Brittany Newkirk, Emily Baxter, Jaden Decora, Lydia Cantu, Andriana Ernest, and Ashley Weberg. I'm glad to have all of you along with us this afternoon. As we work our way through the last few seconds of the pregame warm-ups. And we'll be ready to bring you the starting lineups. We'll turn it over to public address announcer Chuck Hinn for the introductions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second match of the regular season. We'll be between the Tigers and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Now, I'll introduce the starting lineup for the Mitchell Tigers. Number 1, Annabelle Gillen, a freshman. Number 2, Jory Peters, a sophomore. Number 3, Devin Beaver, a junior. Number 8, Anna Wilford, a freshman. Number 16, Lavelle, Madison Hutton,
starting lineups in case you missed them. For the Mitchell Tigers, Gillen, Peters, Beaver, Cotant, Wilfred, and Haberman. And for the Bridgeport Bulldogs, Nelson, Newkirk, Baxter, Decora, Cantu, Ernest, and Weberg. Very glad to have all of you along with us for the second leg of this triangular, the last regular season action of the season for all of these teams. Mitchell, after the loss to Gordon-Rushville in the first match, with a record of 18-11, and the Bridgeport Bulldogs at 20-8. A quick switch by the Tigers to get things started. Madison Cuxhausen comes in to replace. All right, back up and running. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Give us just a minute to get everything reset here, as we've had to restart. So bear with us. We are in the first set, and it is Mitchell 10 and Bridgeport 7. I believe we've got everything reset now. Apologize for that. It's 8-10. Mitchell still with the 2-point lead. And this is Emily Baxter with the serve. And now Tori Peters with the free ball across. Cantu with the set. Sets it up for Weberg. Her tip try is picked up by the Tigers. Now Cantu with a quick tip to the deep corner. Gillen sets it up for Peters, and her attack is in the net. She slams the ball in disgust, and she's got to be careful there. But it's 10-9, back to within 1. And now Emily Baxter with the serve. And that one handled by Gillen, and now Peters with the free ball across. Cantu sets it across. This one's blocked at the net, but it falls in. Brittany Newkirk with the kill. And we are tied at 10. So tied at 10 here between Mitchell and Bridgeport in the second match of this triangular here this evening. Weberg with the attack, and that is dug by Gillen. They'll set it across for Peters. Tips that one over the blockers. And that's Newkirk with another kill. Brittany Newkirk. I sure with 2, but I'm sure we missed a little bit in the space where we had some technical difficulties. 11-10, Bridgeport with their first lead of the first set. Gillen sets it up for Cotant. Cantu is there to pop it up. Now Cantu on the attack, blocked at the net by the Mitchell Tigers. As now Cuxhausen comes out, Wilfred comes in to replace her, and Cotant goes back to serve. We're tied at 11. Cantu pops that one up for Newkirk, and Newkirk gets the kill. That's her third, and these statistics unofficial, of course. And Bridgeport back in the lead, 12-11. Newkirk with the serve. Gillen sets it up for Peters. Now the quick tip try, but Gillen is there. This is Wilfred out of the middle, tipping it across. Cantu across for number 14, Andreana Ernest, and she gets that one to go. Her second kill, and it's a 2-point lead at 13-11 for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Timeout on the floor called by the Mitchell Tigers. First set action in the second match of today's triangular. I'm glad to have all of you along with us this afternoon. In case you missed it earlier, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs defeated the Mitchell Tigers in 3 sets. 2-1 to take the first match of the triangular. We are in the second match here. And we are struggling mightily here with our internet service. In the first set, Bridgeport leads it by 3, 21-18. We'll see if we can get this internet to hold on for us for a while here. Finish up this first set. There is a kill by Jory Peters that pulls within. Devin Bieber and Hannah Haberman back into the game for the Mitchell Tigers. Devin Beaver will serve. Cantu sets it up for Weberg through the block and down to the floor, 22-19. Bridgeport stretches that lead back to 3. They'll set it up for Weberg again. Blocked partially. Now here's Jory Peters on the attack. And that one's not going to be returned by the Bridgeport Bulldogs. 22-20. Bridgeport leads it by 2. This will be Cotant with the serve. Cantu sets it up for Newkirk, and her attack is wide. 22-21, we've got a 1-point game. And Cotant will serve again. They'll set it up for Weberg, through the block and down. The lead is back to 2, 23-21. Bridgeport leads it by 2. And now we've got a substitution as Riley Hall is going to come into the game for Emily Baxter. And now we've got a timeout called on the floor by the Mitchell Tigers. Bridgeport leads it by 2, 23-21. So we are in the first set. 23-21, Bridgeport holds the 2-point advantage. It's been a close game the whole way here. And for those of you who've hung on through our technical issues, thanks for bearing with us. We'll continue to work through those and hopefully have those ironed out here quickly. We will be back on the air if we do drop out, so hang in there and bear with us. So Brittany Newkirk will serve for Bridgeport. They'll set it up, and this is Wilfred on the attack this time. Now Earl going to get across. 24-21, Bridgeport with set point now. 24-21, Bridgeport in the lead. Cuxhausen digs it. Jory Peters on the attack down the line for the winner. 24-22, Mitchell stays alive. Cantu with a quick tip, but Gillen is there. They'll set it back across for Haberman. Just about got that one to fall in. Here's Ernest. And one of the Tigers is in the net, and Bridgeport takes the first set, 25-22. So Bridgeport holds the 1-0 advantage in this second match of our triangular. We'll step aside and be back with the second set action after this.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production can do for their bottom lines, and how it can help feed and fuel the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right. New Holland.
The Honda Accord EX. This 2008 sedan has a V6 engine, automatic transmission, and a leather interior. Sides in Millburn offer a world-class detailer, a professional service department, and now do consignments. Stop by Sides in Millburn Ford to see this car and many more.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods. Just about ready to get this second set underway between the Mitchell Tigers and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Bridgeport holding the 1-0 lead after they take the first set 25-22. So Mitchell taking their time, taking all of the 3-minute break between the two sets in this first match, or in this second match, excuse me. Finally ready to break the huddle. Officials ready to take their places and get this second set underway. So this will be Ashley Weberg to serve for Bridgeport to get things started. Cuxhausen comes in to replace Cotant for the Mitchell Tigers. And Weberg's serve is in, and away we go. Peters with the attack that time, but dug out nicely. And that is Ernest on the attack, and she knocks that one down for the kill. 1-0, Bridgeport with the early lead. Jory Peters tips that one across. Cantu at the set. And Cantu at the set again. This time it's Brittany Nelson out of the middle. And that one is long. We are tied at 1. Jory Peters, that good jump serve, puts that one into play. And here's Ernest. Nice dig by Devin Beaver that time. Gillen on the attack, comes right back to her. Tipped across by Haberman. Back across to Cantu at the tip, but that's blocked at the net. And a lift going to be called on the Bridgeport Bulldogs. And Mitchell leads it 2-1. Bridgeport Class C2. Mitchell and Gordon-Rushville both in Class C1 and both in the C112 sub-district. Cantu with the set. This is Brittany Nelson out of the middle. And Mitchell able to keep that one alive. Cantu will set it up again. This is Ernest on the tip try over the blocker this time. Right back to the net and another tip. Now they'll set it up. Cantu with the quick tip, but Jory Peters with the quick reaction is there. Joust at the net. Ernest knocks that one down for a Bridgeport Bulldog point. We are tied at 2. Good long rally that time between these two clubs. All three of these teams fairly evenly matched. And Bridgeport with a 20-8 record. They have the best record of the three, and on the overpass that time, Brittany Nelson out of the middle sends that one to the floor, and it's a 3-2 Bridgeport lead. Cantu's jump serve not handled well that time, and the Mitchell Tigers can't return it. 4-2 is the lead for Bridgeport. Realizing on the screen, we didn't describe this probably as well as we should have. Bridgeport, of course, in the purple uniforms. They're on the right side of your computer screen. Mitchell in their all black uniforms, and they are on the left side of your computer screen. So, should have made that a little more clear as we got started. As there's another ace, and it's now 6-2. A 4-point lead opened up by the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Cantu's serve may have been long, but they'll get it back across. Now Bridgeport goes to work as this is too many names here in a short period of time. Emily Baxter on that attack, and we're way beyond that now. As here's Gillen on the attack, blocked at the net. And it'll be a point for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. It's now 7-2. And a timeout called on the floor. 7-2. Bridgeport leads it by 5 in the early going of the second set. Bridgeport leads this match 1-0. Let's run down through our sponsors one time for you here. The First National Bank of Gordon, Husker Auto Parts, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, the Bank of the West, Hins Home Furnishings, the Gordon Vision Center, Bob Alcorn State Farm Insurance, Accountant Carol Child, Essence, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Superfoods, Sides and Milburn Ford of Rushville, and of course the Sheridan County Journal Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. Well, ready to get back to volleyball play. Bridgeport leads it 7-2 in the second set. Cantu with the serve, and Wilfred with the free ball across. Ernest on the attack this time, finds the corner, and another Bridgeport point. It's 8-2. Lydia Cantu back to serve. And that serve is long. Makes it 8-3. Hannah Haberman now to serve as Devin Beaver comes out. Peyton Beaver comes in. Cantu sets it up for Ernest. Dug nicely by Haberman. Now Gillen on the attack. Quick tip try that time. And that one won't be returned by the Mitchell Tigers. It's 9-3. Now here's Brittany Newkirk on the attack. And that one won't be returned by the And Gillen on the attack. And now Newkirk again. Cuxhausen again with the dig. Gillen going around and around. Gillen with another attack. And Baxter comes out, and into the lineup is number 15. That's Kylie Ramig coming in to serve. 14-5. Bridgeport leads it by 9 in the second set. They hold a 1-0 lead. There's Weberg with the tip attempt. Peters on the attack. But that'll come back down on Bridgeport's side after hitting a rafter. And it's 14-6. Peyton Beaver and Olivia Armstrong out. Hannah Haberman back in. And didn't see who else came into the game for the Mitchell Tigers there. That attack is long, and it's 14-7. I believe they gave the point to the wrong team that time. As that one is a point for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. And I think they gave that point to the wrong team. Nobody really seems to notice. We'll have to get that ironed out before we get to the end of the game. 16-6 is what it says the score is. Now they're working on addressing that. Cantu with the set. Ernest with the attack. And that attack by Peters can't be returned, as now the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs head to the locker room to get ready for their match against the Bridgeport Bulldogs, which will happen at the conclusion of this one. So Placencio comes out of the game. Cotant back in to serve. It is a 15-8 game. Cotant serve. And here's Ernest, punches that one across. Peters can't get to it, and it's another Bridgeport point. It's now 16-8. So Cotant out, Cuxhausen in as the libero. Peters tips that one across. Ernest with the big swing that time and knocks it to the floor. It's 17-8. So Ernest can bring the heat. And she certainly did there. It's 17-8. This is Weberg with the serve. Jory Peters with the attack to the deep corner. Ernest again on the attack. And now here's Peters. Ernest, I believe, was in the net that time, trying to get to that ball. It'll be a Mitchell Tiger point. It's 17-9. Jory Peters, and that's about the first time we've seen her misfire tonight. She's got an outstanding jump serve, but that one didn't come together like she wanted to. Now Emily Baxter comes in as Kylie Ramig comes out of the game for Bridgeport. They'll set it up for Gillen. Ernest on the attack, and now here's Gillen again. They'll set it up for Baxter. Blocked at the net by Mitchell. And that one is mishit by Brittany Nelson. Falls to the floor. It's 18-10. Now Hannah Haberman in, and out of the game goes Lauren Thomas for the Mitchell Tigers. Ernest had to go a long way to get to that one. Couldn't get much on it. It's a Mitchell Tiger point. It's 18-11. Mitchell trying to claw their way back into this one. Cantu sets it up for Ernest. Big swing, finds the open spot on the floor. It's 19-11. So Ernest with the serve this time. Peters sets it for Gillen, blocked at the net. Peters again for Gillen. Blocked, but off the block and out of bounds. That's a Mitchell Tiger point. It's 19-12. And Cuxhausen to serve now. Newkirk with the attack that time. Now here's Gillen. And now Emily Baxter, dug nicely by Peyton Beaver. Mitchell can't dig that one out of the net. Another Bridgeport point. It's 20-12. And Jaden Decora back to serve, but a timeout called by the Mitchell Tigers. Bridgeport leads this one 20-12 in the second set. Again, immediately following this one, it will be the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Bridgeport defeated the Mustangs 2-0 in the Western Trails Conference tournament on Saturday. So the Mustangs will be looking to exact a little bit of revenge from the Bridgeport Bulldogs as they get them here on their home floor. So both teams back out on the floor after the timeout. Mitchell out of timeouts. Jaden Decora, the libero, will serve for Bridgeport. Not a great set that time as Gillen couldn't do much with it. Here's Emily Baxter on the attack. And that is off of Jory Peters, and it's another Bridgeport point, 21-12. That was overpassed to the net, but Mitchell survives, and now back into Mitchell's court again. Here's Gillen through the block, but there's Decora to dig it out of there. Decora out of the back row, but her attack is well beyond the end line. It's 21-12, 21-13. A little slow on the scoreboard over there, 21-13. Now Gillen with the serve, good serve that time. Cantu with a quick tip. Here's Peters. She punches that one well beyond the end line. 22-13. Now Kylie Ramig comes back into the game in place of Emily Baxter to serve. Gillen with the set for Peters. That one just over the blockers and into the open space behind. It's 22-14. Devin Beaver with the serve this time. And that is Weberg with the attack and the kill, 23-14 now. Brittany Newkirk to serve for Bridgeport. Here's Peters on the attack, but dug out by the Bulldogs. Peters again on the attack. Now Weberg drops that one in for the point, and that'll bring up match point. It's 24-14. Bridgeport trying to close this one out. Newkirk with the serve. Jory Peters has it blocked back, and that's going to be the winner. Bridgeport wins this one in straight sets, 25-22 and 25-14. Well, the Mitchell Tigers will go home from this match today winless and get ready for sub-district play next Monday in Alliance. So Bridgeport takes down the Mitchell Tigers 25-22 and 25-14. We'll step aside and be ready for the nightcap between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. And Bridgeport Bulldogs in the night. And just a little bit ago, the Bridgeport Bulldogs also defeated the Mitchell Tigers in straight sets, 2-0. So now Gordon-Rushville and Bridgeport will face off in the final game of this triangular, and this will also be the final regular season match for these Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. I believe probably also the final regular season match for the Bridgeport Bulldogs as well. But for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs seniors, this will be their final game on their home floor here in Gordon. Say thanks to sponsors of today's action: the First National Bank of Gordon, Husker Auto Parts, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, the Bank of the West, Hins Home Furnishings, the Gordon Vision Center, Bob Alcorn State Farm Insurance, Accountant Carol Child, Essence, Sides and Milburn Ford, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Superfoods, and the Sheridan County Journal Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. 12 minutes before the opening serve of today's final match between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. We'll step aside and be back with more pregame action after a word from our sponsors.
The way we see it, if you're going to call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools.
Visit your authorized dealer today.
New Holland.
This is as good as it gets, a 2015 Premium. This car features a 5.0-liter V8 with 6-speed manual transmission, a 12-speaker Shaker Pro audio system, ebony leather, voice-activated navigation, reverse park assist, and a slew of track features. Come to Sides of Milburn Ford in Rushville. Call 327-2472 or visit sidesofmilburnford.com to learn more.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods. So 10 minutes on the dot until the start of today's match between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Bridgeport comes in with a record of 21 wins and 8 losses. The starting lineup for the Bridgeport Bulldogs: number 1 is Brittany Nelson. Number 3 is Brittany Newkirk. Number 4 is Emily Baxter. Number 7 is the libero, that is Jaden Decora. Number 11, the setter, is Lydia Cantu. Number 14, Andreana Ernest. And number 19, Ashley Weberg. For the Mustangs, their starting 6: number 1, Shania Friesman. Number 2, Carly Hinn. Number 3, Ashton Sassy. Number 4, Kenna Campbell. Number 11 is Josie Perez. And number 17 is Keely Campbell. The Mustangs improved their record to 17 wins and 10 losses after their victory over Mitchell earlier in the day. Both of these teams looking forward to sub-district action. The Mustangs in sub-district C1-12. That first round will be held in Alliance this Monday, November 2nd. Of the 4 teams in that sub have the top seed with a record of 28-4. One of the top teams in Class C1 in the state of Nebraska. Kimball will certainly be the 2 seed at 16 and 10. That has been improved to 10. I haven't done the math on it to know if the Mustangs can overtake Mitchell of this one. Okay, we are back. We are having bad technical difficulties. I apologize. I think we've got things up and running. We'll have to update some scoreboards here really quick as we get things going. Please bear with us. If we drop out, we will work at it until we get things back going again. Give me just a minute to adjust the scoreboard here. Should have us up to date and ready to go. Hopefully we've got an internet connection that will hold now. Thanks very much for joining us here for the third and final match of the Gordon-Rushville Triangular between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Back online just in the nick of time, ready for the introductions of the starting lineups. We'll turn it over to Chuck Hinn, our public address announcers, for those introductions. There are the introductions of the starting lineups. In case you missed them, we'll run through those one more time. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, it'll be Brittany Nelson, Brittany Newkirk, Emily Baxter, Jaden Decora, Lydia Cantu, Andre Ernest, and Ashley Weberg. And for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs, on the floor starting their final match of the regular season, Shania Friesman, Carly Hinn, Ashton Sassy, Kenna Campbell, Josie Perez, and Keely Campbell. I'm Clint Anderson, along with camera operator Gene Anderson, my lovely wife, bringing you some great video footage of tonight's volleyball action. Glad to have you along with us and ready to get this final match of the Gordon-Rushville Triangular underway. The Mustangs will have the serve to start things off. As we're doing a final lineup check. And now Brittany Nelson comes out and Jaden Decora, the libero, comes into the lineup for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Kenna Campbell will be back to serve for the Mustangs to start this off. And we are underway. This is the Mustangs back on offense. Here's Carly Hinn, but her swing is long, and Bridgeport leads it 1-0. So Ashley Weberg back to serve for Bridgeport. They'll set it up. This is Josie Perez with a sharp angle shot and finds the open hole that time. Nice work by Josie Perez. We're tied at 1. And now Perez will step back to serve for the Mustangs. And her serve is beyond the end line, 2-1 Bridgeport. Bridgeport comes in at 21-8, the Mustangs at 17-10. And now Lydia Cantu to serve. Shania Friesman on the attack. Tip try there. Now Carly Hinn with the tip. Cantu will set it across for Ernest. And the free ball sent across by Carly Hinn. Cantu sets it up. This is Ernest. Ernest is a big hitter, but that one beyond the end line, a little bit too big. And we're tied at 2. Andreana Ernest, we saw her in the second match. She's got a big arm and she can really bring the heat. Carly Hinn with the serve. And across for Ernest. Kenna Campbell there to dig that one out. Josie Perez out of the back row, but under that one a little too much and sends it long. Bridgeport leads it 3-2. And now Ernest back to serve for Bridgeport. Hinn digs that, and they'll set it up for Friesman. Friesman to the deep corner and finds the mark that time. Friesman on the board for the first time tonight, and we're tied at 3. Shania finished with 17 kills unofficially in the first match. And getting started early here. We're tied at 3. Keely Campbell to serve. Cantu sets it up for Baxter. That attack is wide, and the Mustangs with their first lead at 4-3. Cantu with the set, and this is Newkirk on the attack. Now here's Friesman again. That one straight to the floor. Shania Friesman with her second kill. And it's 5-3 Mustangs. Speaking to the Mustang players ahead of this game, they felt like they should have been able to beat these Bridgeport Bulldogs in the Western Trails tournament on Saturday. Know that they would certainly like to get a little bit even here, as there's a swing and a kill by the Bridgeport Bulldogs that pulls them back within 1 at 5-4. This will be Jaden Decora to serve. They set it up for Friesman. Finds the back line for her third kill of the set. Stretches the lead back to 2 at 6-4. Friesman will serve. They'll set it for Newkirk. That one in the rafters for the Mustangs. Now Perez, she finds the back corner and slams that one home. She's got 2 kills, and it's 7-4. The Mustangs did not look sharp in the first set against Mitchell, but since then they've looked really good. Got things figured out. And that's Weberg out of the middle, but her attack is long, and it's 8-4. The Mustangs push the lead back to 4. Friesman served deep middle. Now here's Baxter on the attack, partially blocked at the net. They go back to Perez, and Perez was in the net. She had to go a long ways to catch up to that ball. It was a serve tight to the net, or a set tight to the net, and she ends up with a net violation. It's 8-5, and this will be Emily Baxter. Perez. Now they'll go back to Weberg with the tip, and that's way too easy for Ashley Weberg with her first kill. tips that one home, and it's 8-6. They'll set it in the middle for Ashton Sassy, and Ashton Sassy is in the net, and it's 8-7. Kenna Campbell with a couple of sets a little too close to the net. She says it's my fault trying to get that figured out. She'll try again here. Carly Hinn from the back row. And now it'll be Brittany Newkirk with the tip. The Mustangs a little bit out of sync here. We're tied at 8. So Emily Baxter serving a nice little string of them together. Kenna Campbell pops that up, and the quick attack by Perez. Keely Campbell with the set. Here's Perez again. Newkirk got to it, but that was it. Perez gets the kill, her third, and the Mustangs back in front, 9-8. Ashton Sassy, the senior, steps back to serve. Sends that one deep, not handled well, and it'll be a free ball back over to the Mustangs. Here's Kenna Campbell for Carly Hinn in the middle, blocked at the net. Keely Campbell with the one-arm shot sends it back across. In the middle for Weberg, blocked at the net by the Mustangs. Carly Hinn and Josie Perez with a big double block. It's 10-8. Mustangs lead it by 2. And this is Brittany Newkirk. And now the Mustangs set it up for Josie Perez. Newkirk with the dig. Back to Newkirk on the attack, blocked at the net and punched back over to the Mustangs. Carly Hinn in the middle, finds the open spot and knocks it down for her first kill of the set. It's 11-8, the lead is back to 3. There's an ace serve by Ashton Sassy. Mustangs first of the set and a timeout called. Mustangs lead it by 4, 12-8. Essence provides beautiful fresh-cut flower arrangements for any occasion, as well as a great selection of fine wines and gift items, including reclaimed metal products like letters and mirrors, as well as Bam Jam all-natural bamboo speakers. No wires, no batteries, perfect for your wireless device. Essence is located at 117 North Main Street in Gordon. And accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all of your accounting and tax needs and a whole lot more. Give her a call at 282-0842, or you can stop by her office at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. And remember, it pays to have an accountant on your side. First set between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Mustangs lead this one 12-8. Out of the timeout called by the Bridgeport Bulldogs. They're first. Ashton Sassy with the serve. That one was going to be long. They'll set it up. Brittany Newkirk with the tip. Mustangs back to work. Here's Josie Perez. Newkirk with the dig. Newkirk again with the tip. Perez again with the dig. And now Carly Hinn tips it to the back corner. Into the middle for Weberg. Mustangs keep that one alive. Punched back across, nearly fell in. And now a free ball back to the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Perez. Tight to the net, blocked at the net, but back over by the Mustangs. And here are the Bulldogs. Cantu now with a quick tip. Kenna Campbell pops that one up. And Carly Hinn. Cantu sets it up for Newkirk. Dug out and passed all the way back over the net. Quick tip, but Perez is there. Now they'll set it up for Carly Hinn in the middle. Big swing and down for the kill. Carly Hinn has her second, and it's the biggest lead of the set for the Mustangs at 13-8. Sassy's serve is in the net. She's had a rough go of it serving today. 13-9. And now Brittany Newkirk back to serve for Bridgeport. Campbell with the quick tip, but Decora is there. And now here's Carly Hinn off the block and down. Carly Hinn got just enough of that block to drop it in for the score. It's 14-9. And now it'll be Kenna Campbell. A little jump serve by Kenna, and too much adrenaline that time. Serves it long. It's 14-10. Kenna doesn't often use that jump serve. She sent that one long. Here's Ashley Weberg. Now they'll set it up for Josie Perez. That one's just inside the end line. Josie with her 4th kill of the set. It's 15-10. Mustangs finding some rhythm here. Good serve that time by Josie Perez. They'll set it up. That is Ernest on the attack. Now here's Friesman, has to tip it. And another tip try as Friesman reaches up and slaps that one out of bounds. It's 15-11. Another one of those sets that was just a little too close to the net. Shania didn't have anything to do but tip it over. Now here's Lydia Cantu to serve. Carly Hinn in the middle, but that one is long. And it's 15-12. Cantu's jump serve hits Ashton Sassy. She was trying to get out of the way of it. She thought it was going to be long, and it probably would have been, but she couldn't get out of the road quick enough. It's 15-13 after the ace by Cantu. They'll set it up for Friesman. That one's in a good spot for her. Big swing, but dug out of there by Decora. Big swing by Ernest. Now they'll set it for Hinn in the middle. Her tip is going to fall in there for the kill. Carly Hinn got lucky that time, 16-13. Not enough room to take a big swing. Tipped it over the blockers and found some open space. And now Carly will serve, and she puts it into the net. So consecutive service errors for the Mustangs, 16-14. Now Ernest will step back to serve. Good serve by Ernest. And now here is Shania Friesman with the kill. That is her 4th. And it puts the Mustangs ahead 17-14. First set action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Brittany Newkirk with the tip, takes the sharp angle and finds its way home. Back to a 2-point game, 17-15. And Jaden Decora will serve for Bridgeport. There's an overpass on the serve receive, knocked down quickly by Weberg, and 17-16. It's a 1-point game. They'll set it in the middle for Ashton Sassy. Now they'll set it for Baxter, and dug out of there by Keely Campbell. Here's Friesman. Up to the net. That's going to be a Mustang point. 18-16. And Shania Friesman now to serve. That one just clears the net. And that one is wide of the mark by Newkirk. And it's back to a 3-point lead by the Mustangs, 19-16. Decora on the set this time for Newkirk. Here's Josie Perez, and that one is long. Josie a little too far under it. And sent it long. It's 19-17. Mustangs lead it by 2. Been close the whole way through this first set. And that serve by Baxter is well beyond the end line. Mustangs at 20-17. And now Riley Hall comes in to replace Emily Baxter in the back row. Sassy's serve makes it over the net. Here's Newkirk on the attack. And confusion between Sassy and Friesman in that back row. It falls in for a Bridgeport point. It's 20-18. They'll set it up for Hinn from the left side. Big swing and knocks that one down. Riley Hall paid the price for that one. She stepped in front of it, wishing she hadn't. 21-18. Kenna Campbell with the serve. Cantu sets it across for Ernest. Big swing and dug out of there. Now it comes down out of the rafters at a funny angle and falls in for a Bridgeport point. It's 21-19. Now Brittany Nelson into the game in the front row as Jaden Decora, the libero, goes out. Carly Hinn blocked at the net. Mustangs need to get it over. Josie Perez got a lot on that one. And now here's Ernest with the big swing. Friesman with the dig. Kenna Campbell. Mustangs bouncing it back and forth off of the rafters this time. Ernest again. This time she goes soft and drops it in for the score. Good change of pace that time by Anna Ernest. Back to a 1-point game, 21-20. And Ashley Weborg to serve. Coach Campbell wants to talk this one over. Mustangs lead it by 1 late in the first set, 21-20. Here's a great idea. Keep your car, but trade in your loan. Refinancing with Bob Alcorn of State Farm Bank could save you hundreds. Before high car payments get you down, give them an opportunity to help bring them down with great rates and no closing costs or hidden fees. Get to a better state. See Bob Alcorn today at 127 North Main Street in Gordon. And see the professional staff at Gordon Vision Center for all of your vision needs. Whether you just need a routine checkup or you're not seeing as well as you used to, they can get you back to 20/20 in no time at all at the Gordon Vision Center. Mustangs lead it by 1, 21-20. Ashley Weberg with the serve. Sassy doesn't handle that one cleanly, and that one's not going to be returned. We are tied at 21. So tie ball game. And here's Weberg. Hinn with the set, and Josie Perez sends it across. Bridgeport sets it up. Ernest with the good shot, but the Mustangs get it back over, and now it'll be a free ball situation coming over to the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell sets it up in the middle for Carly Hinn. Big swing back down to the Bridgeport side. They get it across. And now Carly Hinn with the tip. Right up to the net, the joust at the net, and Josie Perez knocks it down. 22-21, the Mustangs lead it by 1. Perez with the serve. They send it across for Ernest, and her attack falls in. And we're tied at 22. Outstanding volleyball action here. Tied at 22 in the first set. Lydia Cantu with the serve. Campbell sets it in the middle. Carly Hinn with the tip, drops it in. Carly Hinn saw that change of pace by Ernest. Tries it herself, and it works to perfection. 23-22. Carly Hinn to serve. And we got a rotation violation on the Bridgeport Bulldogs, and that is an untimely mistake as it makes it set point for the Mustangs, 24-22. Carly Hinn serving for the set. Good serve down the line. This will be Baxter, and the Mustangs get it tipped over to the deep corner. I thought it might have been 4 hits on the Mustangs. Now the free ball back to the Mustangs, and they go to work. Here's Friesman, puts it down for the score. That's a Mustang winner. 25-22, the Mustangs take the first set. We head to the second here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Volleyball 2015.
It's going to snow this winter, and you need a reliable four-wheel drive outfit. Be prepared with this 2015 F-150 Super Crew from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. It's loaded with features and comes with stowable loading ramps to make loading your ATV or snowmobile a breeze. You can find this and other vehicles to fill your needs at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
When it comes to your land, it pays to be smart. At New Holland, smart means giving you a wide range of options to fit your needs, like smooth cutting, plug-free conditioning, and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing exceptional after-sales support and growing a legacy that goes far beyond equipment. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Well, the Mustangs take the first set, and they are back out on the floor and anxious to get the second set underway. They won the first set 25-22, and they lead the match 1-0. Mustangs defeated the Mitchell Tigers earlier this afternoon in 3 sets. Try to get those scores for you if we can get them dug out. 16-25, the Mustangs dropped the first set. Then they came back and won 25-22 and 25-19. The Mustangs coming off a third-place finish in the Western Trails Conference tournament last Saturday. Their only loss of the tournament was to these Bridgeport Bulldogs. Trying to avenge that loss here tonight. Well, back on the floor to start the second set. Kenna Campbell, Ashton Sassy, Shania Friesman, Keely Campbell, Josie Perez, and Carly Hinn. And Bridgeport will have the serve to start things off here. It'll be Brittany Nelson, Andriana Ernest, Lydia Cantu, Ashley Weberg, Emily Baxter, and who's the final Bridgeport Bulldog that we can't quite get an eye on? Should be Brittany Newkirk out there as well as we get ready to start this second set. And now confusion on how the rotation is supposed to be as the Bulldogs start out here in this third set. So Ashley Weberg will step back to serve to start things off in the second set. Friesman sends it up to Kenna Campbell. Here's Carly Hinn with a big swing. A quick tip. They'll set it up for Perez at the net. Comes back across to the Mustangs. Campbell sets it again, this time with a quick tip. And now here's Ernest, blocked at the net by the Mustangs. Carly Hinn sends it across. Ernest again, this time through the block and down. Bridgeport with the early 1-0 lead. So Weberg again with the serve. That's a good one. Punched across by Kenna Campbell. Now they'll set it in the middle for Brittany Nelson. The Mustangs not at all ready for that one. Nelson hasn't been utilized very much today. sneaks up on the Mustangs and gets the kill and extends the Bridgeport Bulldog lead to 2-0. And there's a miss hit on the serve receive by Josie Perez, and the ace by Weberg. It's 3-0. Perez gets that one squarely this time. There's Carly Hinn on the attack, out of the rafters, but the Bulldogs will regroup, but the free ball is long, and the Mustangs on the board at 3-1. So Weberg goes out of the game, and Jaden Decora, the libero, comes in. Here's Kenna Campbell to serve. Sends that one deep. Cantu sets it up for Ernest, and her tip falls in, and it's 4-1. And now Lydia Cantu will serve. Ashton Sassy tried to get out of the way. It hit her in the shoulder, up into the rafters, and Mustangs can't return it. It's 5-1. Well, bad luck on a couple of counts that time for the Mustangs. They now trail it by 4. And that serve, Cantu trying to drop that one in over the net, and she got a little too soft into the net, and it's 5-2. Josie Perez to serve. Cantu sets it up, and that's Ernest on the attack, but the Mustangs will recover and send it back over to the Bulldogs. Now they'll set it up in the middle for Nelson, blocked at the net by Friesman and Hinn. Big double block that time, and they send it right back where it came from. It's 5-3. Perez with the serve, drops that one in nicely, and they'll set Baxter. She tips it over to the block. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Carly Hinn. That one's blocked at the net, and it's 6-3. Big block put up that time by the Bulldogs. And now Ernest back to serve. Friesman with the attack. And it's dug by Ernest. Now across for Newkirk. And that one falls in. Newkirk with the kill, and it's 7-3. Kenna Campbell sets it in the middle for Hinn. Big swing right to the back line and down. Just what the doctor ordered. 7-4. Now Carly Hinn will serve. Newkirk on the attack. Here's Friesman on the attack, off the blocker and dug by Newkirk. Quick tip that time by Cantu. Friesman didn't get much of it, but just enough. Drops that one in for her first kill of the second set, and it's 7-5. Carly Hinn drops another one just over the net. Shania Friesman lost track of where she was. That ball was out. She tried to slap it back and didn't get it done, and it's 8-5. They gave that point to the wrong team. It's 8-5. Scoreboard says 7-6. No, they did give the point to the Mustangs. I didn't see what the call was. Did we have somebody in the net? And so it is 7-6. Mustangs back within one. I'm not sure what the call was. And that serve is long by Carly Hinn.
It hit the antenna.
So back to a 2-point lead. Jaden Decora to serve for Bridgeport. Free ball sent across to Bridgeport. They'll set it up for Weberg in the middle. She defeats the double block of Friesman and Sassy. Weberg with the kill. It's 9-6. Back to a 3-point lead for Bridgeport. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Friesman. A lot of momentum off the top of the net and down to the open space for Friesman. Her second kill of the set. Back within 2. It's 9-7. And now Keely Campbell will serve. And there's an ace serve by Keely Campbell. Back within 1 come the Mustangs. It's 9-8. Cantu with the set. Baxter with the attack out of the rafters. Josie Perez sends the free ball all the way back over her head into Bulldog territory. Here's Newkirk on the attack and gets that one to fall. And the Bridgeport lead is back to 10-8. So Emily Baxter to serve. Kenna Campbell with the tip to the deep corner, well placed. But the Bulldogs are able to get to it, blocked at the net by Friesman. Now they'll set it up for Newkirk. And the Mustangs can't play that one back over, and it's now an 11-8 lead for Bridgeport. And that serve by Emily Baxter well beyond the end line. 11-9, and Shania Friesman to serve. Now Baxter comes out, and into the game comes Riley Hall. So here's Friesman. They'll set this one for Newkirk from the left side. And now Perez. Sharp angle, but Newkirk is there in the middle for Weberg. And no touch. That one is long. Mustangs back within 1. It's 11-10. Great competitive volleyball between these two teams. Cantu sets it for Newkirk. Friesman digs it. Kenna Campbell tried that behind her back flip. Couldn't get it to go. Campbell sets it up for Perez. Big swing back over to the Mustangs. And they somehow managed to play that out of the rafters and get it over. Now Weberg on the attack. Campbell sets it up. This is Perez. And she knocks it down. Josie Perez finds the range. Her first kill of the second set. We're tied at 11. Deep serve that time. A quick tip try right back up to the net. Now Bridgeport sets it up. Blocked at the net by Kenna Campbell. And a lift called against Bridgeport. Mustangs in the lead at 12-11. Kenna Campbell went up high to block that ball and sent it back down. Mustangs by 1 at 12-11. Here's Newkirk. Friesman with the dig. They'll set it up for Perez. Cross court, dug by Newkirk. Now Newkirk on the attack. And that one falls in for a point. And we're tied at 12. Brittany Newkirk back to serve. They'll set it up. This is Carly Hinn out of the back row. And now over to Ernest. Blocked at the net by the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell goes up and knocks that one down. The stuff on Andreana Ernest. The Mustangs back ahead by 1, 13-12. Ashton Sassy to serve. This is Ernest. In the middle for Hinn. Newkirk with the dig, and that one not handled cleanly by Cantu. And now the Mustangs are up by 2 at 14-12. And a timeout called on the floor by Bridgeport. Mustangs have come back They lead it by 2, 14-12. Hens Home Furnishings invites you to come and see their completely remodeled store. New items are arriving daily. They have a full line of appliances, sofas, recliners. They even have mattresses and a whole lot more. And if you don't see exactly what you're looking for, they'll get it for you. And they also offer free local delivery. And remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Stop in and see Chuck and the good folks at Hens Home Furnishings in downtown Gordon. To come bank with the best. Bank of the West offers all banking services, including mortgages. Come enjoy their welcoming atmosphere. The coffee pot is always on at the Bank of the West. Second set action. Mustangs lead this one by 2, 14-12. They lead the match 1-0, and Ashton Sassy will be serving for the Mustangs. And now the down official wants to look something over. Thought we were ready to go and changes her mind. She wants to check the Bridgeport Bulldogs lineup. They've had a couple of rotation violations called on them tonight. It looks like we're ready to go. Ashton Sassy puts it into play. Cantu at the set, and here's Ernest on the attack through the block of Kenna Campbell and Carly Hinn, and it's a point on the kill from Andreana Ernest. 14-13. And now this is Weberg with the serve. Campbell sets it up for Hinn. Big swing. Ernest again, and that one not played by the Mustangs, and we're tied at 14. So out of the timeout, they've decided to go back to Ernest, let her swing away, and they've tied it up at 14. So Ashley Weberg. Kenna Campbell with a quick tip finds its way home. First kill of the match for Kenna Campbell, and the Mustangs back in front, 15-14. Kenna Campbell to serve. They'll set it up for Ernest. Now here's Perez. That one is just wide of the sideline. And it'll be a point for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Tied at 15. Baxter in and Riley Hall out. Lydia Cantu to serve. They'll set it up for Carly Hinn in the middle. Big swing right at Cantu. Look out. Knocks that one down. And another kill for Carly Hinn. Don't stand on the tracks when the train's coming through. Mustangs by 1, 16-15. Ernest from the right side this time. And Mustangs can't save that one. Ernest with her 4th kill of this second set. We're tied at 16. Neither team has been able to get any amount of separation in this second set. Ernest with the serve, and now here's Hinn out of the middle. Newkirk on the attack, and the Mustangs can't return it. And now it's a 1-point Bridgeport lead at 17-16. Mustangs send the free ball across. Cantu sets it up, and this is Baxter knocking down the kill. Emily Baxter with her first kill, and it's a 2-point Bridgeport lead. Swung all the way around. Bridgeport back from down 2 to up 2. Timeout called on the floor by the Mustangs. Bridgeport leads it in the second set, 18-16. It's time to get out and winterize your home and your yard before it's too late. And Buck and the gang at True Value of Gordon have everything that you'll need. They'll get you set up. You can find them in downtown Gordon. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company, offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. The Mustangs ready to go. They come out of the timeout, trailing by 2, 18-16. Andreana Ernest serving for Bridgeport. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Shania Friesman. Drops it in, but dug out well by the Bulldogs. They'll send it across and get the kill. That's Baxter on the attack. Emily Baxter puts the Bulldogs up by 3, 19-16. Sassy digs that one. Here's Hinn. Big swing, but dug by Ernest. And that one will be wide as Newkirk sent it back across around the antenna. Mustangs back within 2, 19-17. Carly Hinn to serve. Hinn sends that one deep. Cantu for Newkirk, and that one rolls along the top of the net and falls down on the Bridgeport side. It's a point for the Mustangs. 19-18, Mustangs back within 1. Hinn sends it deep again. They'll set it up. This time it's Baxter, blocked at the net. That one's not coming back. Ashton Sassy with the block. We are tied at 19. Cantu sets it in the middle for Nelson. Tips it. Kenna Campbell able to flip that one back across. Here's Friesman. Big swing down to the back line. Shania Friesman finds the mark. And a timeout called by Bridgeport. The Mustangs on a run. They lead it by 1, 20-19. Back and forth volleyball action. Husker Auto Parts is your local CarQuest dealer. They offer a wide selection of CarQuest parts, and they've got CarQuest accessories as well. You can stop in at 221 North Main Street in Gordon, and while you're there, ask about their fall bulk oil sale. That's going on now at Husker Auto Parts in Gordon. And the First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. That is the First National Bank in Gordon. And here's a shot of the Gordon-Rushville Mustang faithful over here. A good crowd on hand for this final regular season match. The Mustangs lead it by 1, 20-19. Carly Hinn with the serve. Sends this one deep again. Cantu sets it up for Newkirk. Blocked at the net. And the Mustangs will have to send this one across. That's Perez. Back behind her, this is Baxter on the attack. Sassy with the set. Friesman with the attack. Newkirk able to get a hand underneath of that one. They tip it across. Mustangs with some confusion. Here's Friesman. Sends that one down in a hurry. Now the Mustangs back on offense. In the middle for Sassy. And now here's Newkirk on the attack. Tight to the net. And Friesman sends it across. Cantu across for Newkirk. Hinn with the dig. They'll set it up for Friesman. Big swing off the blocker, and that one's going to hit the antenna out of bounds. Mustangs lead it 21-19. Two-point lead for the Mustangs late in the second set. They'll set it up for Baxter. She defeats the block of Friesman that time and knocks it to the floor. Third kill of the set for Baxter, 21-20. Mustangs by 1. Jaden Decora will serve. Here's Friesman on the attack. That one's blocked at the net, comes back down on the Mustang side. We are tied at 21. Been tight the whole way in both of these sets so far. Two very evenly matched teams. Quick tip that time by Kenna Campbell, but it won't fall. Here's Newkirk. Campbell sets it up for Friesman. Big swing, touched by Decora and out of bounds. That's a kill for Shania Friesman, her 8th of the night. The Mustangs with a 1-point advantage, 22-21. What an outstanding match. This is the best that we've seen all season. Now Baxter sends that one across, tools the block and sends it out of bounds. We're tied at 22. So Emily Baxter playing well in this second set. She's got 4 kills and she'll step back to serve. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Ashton Sassy in the middle. Big swing that time. Quick tip, Keely Campbell is there. Kenna Campbell with the tip. Now they'll set Newkirk. Blocked at the net by Kenna Campbell. Now they'll try the tip and it falls in front of Carly Hinn. And now it's Bridgeport with the 1-point advantage. They lead it 23-22. And the Mustangs will call their second timeout. They trail it by 1, 23-22 in the second set. And don't forget that Essence in downtown Gordon provides beautiful fresh-cut flower arrangements for any occasion, as well as a great selection of fine wines and gift items, including reclaimed metal products like letters and mirrors, as well as Bam Jam all-natural bamboo speakers. They've got no wires and no batteries, and they are perfect for all of your mobile devices. Essence, of course, is located at 117 North Main Street in Gordon. Mustangs down by 1 late in the second set. They lead it 1-0. And they would dearly love to close it out here and not have to go to a third set. Emily Baxter with the serve. They'll set it in the middle for Sassy. Big swing, blocked at the net. Now a joust. And now Bridgeport will set it up for Newkirk. Kenna Campbell sets it for Friesman. Reaches up and sends it across. Now that one's going to be blocked at the net. Mustangs set it up. Here's Sassy again, but her attack is long. Mustangs want a touch, but none of the officials are going for it. And that'll be set point now at 24-22. Mustangs will have to fight off a couple. That serve is long, though. That'll help. It's 24-23. Shania Friesman to serve. Baxter out. Into the game comes Riley Hall to play the back row. Friesman sends this across and safely in. They'll set it for Newkirk. And that'll be the set as the kill by Newkirk falls in. And we're headed for a third and deciding set as Bridgeport takes this one 25-23. We'll step aside and be back for the third set after this.
It's going to snow this winter, and you need a reliable four-wheel drive outfit. Be prepared with this 2015 F-150 Super Crew from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. It's loaded with features and comes with stowable loading ramps to make loading your ATV or snowmobile a breeze. You can find this and other vehicles to fill your needs at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production can do for their bottom lines. and how it can help feed and fuel the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right. New Holland.
We are ready to go. A third set to decide this one between the Mustangs and the Bulldogs, tied at 1 set apiece. The Mustang faithful ready to make some noise here. Gordon-Rushville will have the serve to start this third set. Kenna Campbell will get it started for the Mustangs. And we are underway. Weberg has trouble getting to that one. Now Kenna Campbell can't get around to that one to set it. And it's a quick 1-0 lead for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Ashley Weberg back to serve. Nelson in and Decora out for the Bulldogs. Carly Hinn has to set that one across. And then that one is knocked down by Ernest to make it 2-0. Mustangs spotted the Bulldogs a 4-point lead to start the second set. Came back to take the lead but couldn't hold on. They now trail it 2-0 here in the third. A good serve by Weberg that time. That is an ace. And it's 3-0. It's a very good Bridgeport Bulldog team. Can't afford to spot them too much of a lead. Campbell sets it up. This is Josie Perez. Knocks that one down. No, barely kept alive by the Bulldogs. And they send it back to the Mustangs. Here's Perez again. And Ernest will send that one across. Bulldogs doing a good job of keeping it alive. Carly Hinn has to tip that one across. Ernest through the block and down. 2 quick kills for Ernest in the third, and it's 4-0. So a real similar start to the second set. They'll set it up for Carly Hinn in the middle, but her attack, they're going to say there was a touch. And the kill by Hinn gets the Mustangs on the board. It's 4-1. Josie Perez back to serve. Just clears the net. Great serve that time. Now they'll set it for Ernest. Now here's Friesman on the attack. Drops it in there perfectly. And it's 4-2. Mustangs start to chip away. They'll set it for Ernest. The big swing over there through the block, but the Mustangs recover. Here's Friesman with the swing. And no touch, and that one is long. It's 5-2. And now Lydia Cantu to serve. Kenna Campbell sets it for Hinn. Blocked at the net. Now here's Friesman. And the Mustangs fighting over it, but they get it across. Now Baxter from the right side. That one falls in for a point. Emily Baxter with 5 kills on the match. Back to a 4-point lead. It's 6-2. They'll set it for Friesman. That one comes across. It is out. Wide of the antenna. Point for the Mustangs at 6-3. Carly Hinn back to serve. They'll set it for Ernest. And she knocks that one right down. Her third kill of the third set pushes it back to a 7-3 game. And now Ernest will serve. There's an overpass on the serve that time. The Mustangs are able to get it across. Now Newkirk, blocked at the net by the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell sets it across for Friesman, and her attack is long. So now it's 8-3. Ernest to serve, a 5-point lead for Bridgeport. And another ill-fated pass by the Mustangs on that serve receive. Kenna Campbell pops it up. Shania Friesman sends it across. In the middle for Nelson. That one was probably long. Nelson with the kill. The Mustangs having troubles early. It's 9-3. Mustangs need to right the ship here in the third set. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Campbell. She wants to talk things over with these Mustangs. Try and get it squared away. Third set, Mustangs trail it 9-3, tied at 1 set apiece.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
Third set, Bridgeport leads at 9-3. Mustangs trying to change some momentum here with the timeout. Andreana Ernest with the serve. Campbell sets it up. Here's Friesman. Big swing and down to the floor. Just what the doctor ordered. Shania's second kill of the third set makes it 9-4. And now Keely Campbell will serve for the Mustangs. Cantu sets it across for Newkirk, and that attack is well beyond the end line. It's 9-5. Mustangs have cut it to 4. They'll set it in the middle for Nelson. Her tip try is good. Drops it in front of Josie Perez. Nelson with her second kill of the set. And it's 10-5. Jaden Decoro to serve. Campbell sets it up for Friesman. Now Newkirk. Dug by Perez in the middle for Sassy. On the end line and good. Ashton Sassy with her first kill of the match. And it's 10-6. Shania Friesman back to serve. Now here's Baxter from the right side. Hinn with the dig. And the free ball sent across by Kenna Campbell. Here's Newkirk again. Kenna Campbell with the tip at the net. Newkirk again on the attack, blocked at the net by Campbell and sent back across. Newkirk over the block this time. Now here's Perez, blocked at the net, but back across by the Mustangs. Kenna Campbell slaps that one over, just catches the top of the net, and lucky to fall across and in for the point for the Mustangs. It's 10-7. Kenna Campbell shaking her head, saying, wow, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Mustangs down by 3. Shania Friesman sends that one deep. They'll set it back for Newkirk. Her tip will go to the deep corner, but Hinn is there. Now here's Perez, big swing, but hit right straight at Ernest. Newkirk again, off the block and down, and it's 11-7. Well, the Bulldogs have really leaned on Newkirk a lot in this match. Didn't see that much of her in the first match against Mitchell. Here's Sassy in the middle, straight down to the floor for Ashton Sassy, her second kill of the set. It's 11-8, Mustangs back within 3. They've trailed by as many as 6. They've cut that lead in half. Now here's Ashton Sassy. And she puts it in the net. Ashton's had a rough night serving, and it's 12-8. Now Newkirk back to serve. That's tight to the net. Not a good set by Kenna Campbell that time. Carly Hinn couldn't get to it. It's 13-8. Kenna Campbell sets it up for Carly Hinn. Over the block and back to work. Here comes Ernest and dug by Sassy. Here's Perez. Off balance shot. Ernest again. Friesman out of the back row. Now the quick tip. Mustangs try and set this up a little bit. Here's Perez. Good swing and down. Josie Perez gets the kill. That's her 7th on the night. And back to a 4-point game at 13-9. Kenna Campbell back to serve. Ernest has to set it up, and this is Weberg. Campbell pops it up, and Carly Hinn nearly dropped that free ball in for a point. Ashton Sassy gets it up, and here's Perez sending the free ball over. Good work by the Mustangs. Weberg again, and that one hits the antenna. It is out, and it's 14-9, back to a 5-point Bridgeport lead. Mustangs get close, but they can't get over the top. Now Ashley Weberg to serve. Now the free ball across by Carly Hinn. Now they set it up for Ernest. And that one well out of play off of Shania Friesman, and the lead is back to 6 at 15-9. Mustangs got some work to do here. Mustangs having a hard time getting into their offense. There's an overpass, and now the Mustangs ready to go here. Carly Hinn in the middle, through the block and down. 15-10. Josie Perez to serve. Mustangs need a run. Just clears the net. And there's a kill again by Ernest. Pushes the lead back to 6 at 16-10. So Baxter will come in, and she'll replace Riley Hall. And Lydia Cantu will serve. They'll set it up for Friesman. And that one is down off of Newkirk. Friesman gets the kill, and it's 16-11. Mustangs cannot afford to trade points back and forth. They need to make a run and get within striking distance. Cantu sets it up. This is Ernest, and that one falls in for another Bridgeport point. 17-11. The Mustangs just can't get much traction. A very good defensive team is Bridgeport. Hard for the Mustangs to find an open spot. Here's Sassy having it blocked at the net. Didn't clear the tape, they say, and now an 18-11 lead. That's the biggest of the set for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Ernest with the serve. They'll set it up for Friesman. That one hits the roof and comes down. Now here's Newkirk off the block, and the Mustangs go to work. They'll set it up for Friesman. Blocked at the net. blocked by Carly, and then down. Good job. Actually, that's Ashton Sassy, not Carly Hinn that's up there at the net. And it's 18-12. Keely Campbell back to serve. Newkirk has to tip it across. Campbell sets it in the middle for Sassy, blocked at the net and down. 19-12. Time starting to run out on the Mustangs. Nelson out and Weberg into the front row. Kenna Campbell has to tip that one across. Now here's Weberg. That attack is well beyond the end line. 19-13. Shania Friesman will serve. Cantu sets it behind her for Baxter. Blocked at the net by the Mustangs. Josie Perez knocks that one down. It's 19-14. Mustangs trying to find some momentum. And that serve is long, makes it 20-14. Baxter back to serve now. And that is an ace serve for Emily Baxter. And it's now 21-14, and the Mustangs call their second timeout. 21-14. Folks, this will be our final Mustang broadcast of the season. And so we do need to give a big thanks out to all of our sponsors this season that have let us bring all of this outstanding volleyball action to you. Stop in and let these folks know that you appreciate their sponsorship. And we certainly look forward to the upcoming basketball season as well. The sponsors for volleyball action this season: the First National Bank of Gordon, Husker Auto Parts, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, the Bank of the West, Hin's Home Furnishings, the Gordon Vision Center, Bob Alcorn State Farm Insurance, Accountant Carol Child, Essence, Sides and Milburn Ford, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Superfoods, and the Sheridan County Journal Star. Mustangs trail 21-14. Emily Baxter with the serve. They pop it up, and here's Josie Perez. Sends that one to the deep corner. And now Newkirk with the tip. They'll set it up for Perez. Blocked at the net. Mustangs back to work. Keely Campbell has to set that one across. Now here's Weberg in the middle. Carly Hinn with a nice save that time. And Josie Perez sends the free ball across. Newkirk on the attack. Through the block of Kenna Campbell and finds the floor. It's 22-14. They'll set it up. This is Perez blocked at the net. And the tip to the deep corner. Now here's Weberg, blocked at the net by the Mustangs, but saved. And now Bridgeport back to work. Newkirk again, off the block and out of bounds it goes, 23-14. And Bridgeport just 2 points away from closing this one out. Baxter's serve just clears the net. They'll set it up for Ashton Sassy. Big swing. But there's Newkirk to get it. She'll set it across. Here's Perez. Blocked at the net again. That has been an extremely effective block by the Bulldogs tonight. Now they'll set it up for Perez. Big swing. Drives it to the back corner. And now Newkirk. Ashton Sassy on the attack, but dug out by Ernest. Now here's Newkirk through the block again. She is outstanding at tooling the block. Catches just enough to get it to sail out of bounds, and this will be match point, 24-14. And that will do it. And the Bulldogs close it out. 25-14. They win the match 2-1 by scores of 22-25, 25-23, and 25-14. Mustangs fall to 17-11 on the season. Bridgeport improves to 22-8. Folks, it's been an outstanding volleyball season. We certainly appreciate all of you tuning in and supporting us all season long. It's been a great run. We certainly wish both of these teams well as they head to sub-district play. Mustangs will be in action on Monday night in Alliance. We won't be able to bring that action to you, so this is the end for us. It's been a great ride. We look forward to the upcoming basketball season. Thanks very much for joining us on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Volleyball 2015.